there! Welcome back at our Adventures channel. The past 2 weeks we've traveled a lot and we've also started to work on our dream. We first drove to a camping near Bergen. It was that time of the week again to do our laundry. There was a washing machine, a dryer, but the weather was bad and the dryer didn't function well, so we dried the clothes in our camper.
With an attitude, so good, so fresh, just the way you like it.
Before we went to our hotel that we booked, we did some sightseeing at the Van Toft Stavkirke. It's a really old church, originally built in 1000 years ago approximately. And that was a really nice Norwegian place too.
It was really impressive with the details and the roof. So after visiting the Van Toft Stavkirke, we drove to our hotel. And this time we were quite lucky because our hotel gave us a free upgrade because all the standard rooms were fully booked. So we got a room with a living room and a rotating wall with the television. It was really nice, and especially for Sam, because we didn't go to the hotel to just stay there. We wanted to explore the city. We started exploring, location scouting, because the next day we had a photo shoot. And we also had to arrange some styling for the photo shoot.
And of course in Bergen we wanted to do some sightseeing in the old town of Briegen. And that was a place very popular to tourists. Also we hit a cafe and drank some wine. It was very tasteful red wine.
And very cute cafe as well. And the next day we took the metro again and we went to the city center to walk towards the Agen Museum. It's a botanical garden at the University of Bergen. And that's the location where we did a photo shoot and video shoots with 2 models, Tara and Mari. They were from Rebels Models in Norway.
When your heart is racing at the speed of light, and you feel like you got nowhere else to go. No, I hold you till the sun comes in the morning light. Yeah, I'll keep you safe, I'll never let you go. When your heart is racing at the speed of light. When your heart is racing.
And it was your first time to do video?
It was my first time and to make video content with 2 models, 2 professional models, and with you of course, with a photographer. And the reason I wanted to do it because I wanted to be creative on another way and to meet new people in Norway, also to make new friends and to express myself on a whole different way. And I wanted to know if it's something for me. So it was really fun to do.
The next day we drove scenic routes, Auerlandsfjorden, and on our way we stopped at a viewing point, Stegastad. Further on we drove towards our end station of the day. and that was in the middle of ice, a lot of ice and snow. It was ice cold, and I think it was called Björgavegen. So that night we were quite sleepy and tired, so we decided to go to bed early. And the next morning, it was amazing.
It was a surprise, of course.
The sun came up, and well, the location was just incredible.
Beautiful view and really icy lakes and a lot of snow
A waterfall.
and one big waterfall.
So we decided to do a little photo shoot there as well.
Yeah, to make some more content.
And this time I did the modeling.
So we continued our journey. And stopped at the place called Boyabrain, and it's a really magnificent glacier. So we didn't want to pass this chance to make new content, of course.
Some dove in the water to took a swim at the most pretty place in the world.
It was also a really touristic place, I remember.
Yeah, because right after we were standing there, a bus arrived,
Yeah,
and then all the people came out and were blocking the stunning view.
so we were just in time to do
Yeah.
it. And then we continued our journey to
Briksdalbrain.
Briksdalbrain, and there was a little hike.
Yeah, we arrived at 6 in the evening.
Yeah,
And we were quite tired because we drove all day and we saw the glacier and also the icy part in the morning. So we were doubting, shall we do the hike or shall we do it tomorrow?
yeah.
We choose
But-
to do it.
But after a sandwich with egg and ham, we got our energy back, started to do the small hike. And it was a little steep in the start of
Yeah.
the hike, a little bit steep, but I can recommend it.
The next day we planned to go to Geiranger, so we drove there. And when we arrived in Geiranger, it was so touristic. We decided to drive further after our lunch. And that's when we ended up in Sjoholt. And I think we stayed there for 4 nights in total. And that's also the week that we said we have to focus on our future and on our dream. So we have to go looking for some houses in Norway. We saw those really nice mirrored cabins for holiday rentals. And we would really like to buy one to place in our garden with a magnificent view and a hot tub and the whole retreat experience.
We want to let other people enjoy the nature
Yeah.
like we do, but on a very particular way.
And what we also like is having a creative space,
Yeah,
like a studio where people can make music, art, do sports like yoga or whatever.
or for business meetings.
Yeah, business
or
meetings.
to make your own content and create your own stuff in this called studio.
Yeah.
So To make this dream come true, we started our research, and that took a lot of time. But this week we planned a lot of visits to home.
Yeah.
To see the home for ourselves in the real world.
And also to see if we want to do a bit on a home, because they look amazing online, but you never know in real life.
You never know, so we have to see it for ourselves.
Yeah. So next week we're gonna visit some awesome places. Well, they look awesome, so we hope they are.
So if you like to be updated of our home visits next week, don't forget to follow us then and hit the subscription button below. And we'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.
Bye!
Bye!